What's going on YouTube? Burlington Northern HO fan here, and today we have another working on the layout video. Today we are going to be working with this piece right here. Yeah, if you guys are not new to the channel, you will know that I've had this building for a while, but now I've got a plan to be able to actually use the base plate for the layout. So let me get the tools that I need for it. Alright, now that I brought out the camera for a little bit, I'll show you what I'm going to use. First thing we need to do is we don't need the actual building at the moment, so we're going to set that to the side. What we really need is just the base plate. So, what we're going to do, we need the base plate and some track. We need the rails from the track, obviously. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rails off, and we're going to glue those rails into these grooves. That way that we can use this base plate and it'll blend a lot better on the layout with our track in our yard. So let me measure this out and I will pull the rails off the ties here and we'll glue them on. Alright, we've got our cut piece that we need. Now all we're going to do is we're going to pull the ties off, which should be pretty simple. Just by doing this, and we should be able to get our rails like so. And there we have our Code 100 nickel silver steel rails. Now I did that because I had the track laying around and I don't really need to go buy just a rail when I have track lying around. So I'll just cut the rails off and we'll be good to go. So first thing we want to do is we're going to lay our rails into the base plate here. I'm going to go grab a rail car and we're going to make sure that it's going to roll nicely in the base plate, and then we'll glue the rails into the base plate. Okay, just like that, we have our rails connected to our base plate. Take our rolling stock here, rolls on it perfectly fine if I don't derail it, but looks like it's gonna work pretty well. So now we got to take it to our layout and put it on the layout. Okay, so you may recognize this area of the layout because that's the other part of the layout. Right here is what we're talking about right here. So, for this part of the layout, I'm thinking we put the building here, bada bing, bada boom, like that, and then this could be off-track stuff. And then our switch will go right there, and then we can have I want to say an industry, possibly, that will go that direction maybe, and just like an off layout industry, maybe like an oil facility, and then there, or maybe diesel service station here, and then over here we'll have our off track, or we'll have our on track. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I've got an idea of what I'm gonna do here with this. So anyway, let's take these away. Let's connect up the building. There we go. Make sure they're connected properly. And we're gonna take I'm gonna get the dust off of this real quick. Alright, quick little rain shower. Cleaned off the dust off the top of this building. I most likely will be weathering this building as well, since this is like an old school steam era building that will be used for diesel work still, which is the idea. Should just plop on just like so, just like that. Okay, now we'll go to the other side of the layout. Alright, so what a better way to test this building out, this maintenance building out, by using a locomotive that would most likely spend most of its life in a maintenance building, the GP50. Anyway, let's get this thing backed up, and we'll back it up into the maintenance shed. We'll see if this has any cutouts. So I still have not installed a current keeper in this locomotive. Most likely we'll plan to do that in a video. So far so good. No cutouts so far. Oh, there's one cutout. There's another. Push her along a little bit. Will she fit and not hit the roof? Looks pretty good so far. Well, I think we're all the way in. Hit her bell. Okay. Just because I want to. Reverse straddle light on and a forward headlight. Let's go take a look, shall we? Alright, so now you guys got a pretty good view of the locomotive inside the barn. That's all the way in. And it looks pretty good. Take the building off here. And we can see that it is sitting pretty nicely on the plate, which is good. So it'll make it a lot nicer than I had it before on the last layout, and it will work a lot better. It'll blend a lot nicer. So we're one step closer to having a more prettier layout. And I'll promise I'll get rid of this mess on here by the next video. That I will promise. Well, in this case, let's take our GP50 out of the barn, shall we? Comes up pretty nicely, not hitting anything. Making it go pretty fast, so hopefully it skips over those dead spots. So anyway, looks like our barn is working pretty nicely. It's still going. Scoot you back right into the shot of the video. Looks like we're doing pretty good with that, so I'm happy with it. More layout stuff to come after I clean off the board, the table of all the rolling stock and all the other buildings in here. We can start working on the more important stuff, like the gap between the two pieces of fabric, which I have an idea for that. We'll have I have an idea for this back there, the foam to make our mountains, or our hills. We're not having any really big mountains on this layout, since this is going to be more of an Iowa / Illinois kind of farm area. So it's kind of basic, but it'll be, it'll have a town, and it'll have a co-op, and it'll have, other stuff that I like to see on a layout. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit more of a shorter one, but we didn't really do much. We just kind of made it a building work for the layout for future. Just kind of want to get these videos rolling, keep consistent. I've been pretty consistent so far, so hopefully I can keep it up for you guys. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.